Oh yeah, Hieronymus. Yeah, I love his last name. It's so much fun.
It's sick. And then Derek is on the left, and then they're taking. Okay. And Derek, I would just call it Jund.
Jund? Question mark?
I would just This does appear to be a Ponza-esque list. For those who don't know, Ponza is a land destruction strategy.
2 beards and a gun. That's a good team name. Okay, cool. Yes. Tell me.
Team
tell me more.
Hieronymus and.
I'm not gonna be able to spell Hieronymus.
Yeah. H-I-E-R. And I highlight it.
H-E.
H-I-E-R.
H-I-E-R.
O-N-I.
O-N.
M-O-U-S.
M-O-U-S?
Yep.
I can spell, chat. Totally normal.
Spelling's hard.
Spelling is hard. I have no idea. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. For now. But
yeah, going into this matchup, let's see. I believe I don't know that either player is more favored. But I would definitely want to be Hippo.
Yes. I would want to be Hippo in my daily life.
This is not what I am looking at.
This is not.
That is not Mono White Weenies.
That is not Mono White Weenies. That was not what was given to us. Una Momento. I'm going to assume, is it just blue-black?
I'm going to assume this is Delver Terror.
Delver Terror, okay.
Or not Delver Terror, Blue-Black Terror.
Blue-Black Terror. Heck. So, you're going to be doing... So I'll be completely honest. I'm very unfamiliar with Pauper. So I do enjoy it, like being able to see the power level of just all the commons that have ever been printed. Eternal formats will just always continually grow and grow and grow in power. Just as Wizards does more and more.
Yeah.
But it's also ridiculously fast sometimes. I was watching a Pauper player a couple days ago play against a Standard player.
Yeah.
And they like blew the Standard. Snuff Out is just fantastic.
Yeah, getting access to all of these tools from, they just don't make cards like they used to. Look at Lotus Petal.
Back in my day.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I don't remember the card I was being shown the other day, but it was a card that was used in CubeCon, and it was a 1 white whip, redirect 2 damage. From one creature to another, like declared after declared before damage or something.
Declared only before combat damage is dealt.
Yeah.
No problem.
It was insane.
So it's...
Yeah, this looks to be Dimir Terror, or maybe he's splashing the black specifically for removal. If I'm in
shout out to Harm's Way.
Yeah.
That's what the that's the card I think there. Chat's telling you I think it's Harm's Way. 1 white. Is that it?
Let's see.
Yeah, you have access to the laptop now. You get to look at all these cards.
Do things.
You can do things. Stuff and things.
Harm's Way.
Alright. I see a Galvanic Blast.
The card was Harm's Way. Harm's Way was the card that got my friend to top 128 at CubeCon.
Let's go, John. Yes, the
John Ponce is sick.
Ichor, what is that? Ichor Wellspring.
Ichor Wellspring. Legacy.
I remember that.
Popper Banger, yeah.
Like I played that in Standard.
Oh.
Listen, Andy. Listen. that card was played in blue black control back in the day.
What? Sure. Okay.
Back to casters.
Okay.
We're pausing just for a moment. There's a judge call on the floor.
Yeah. The list that Hippo submitted was Mono White Weenies. However, obviously he's very clearly playing. It looks to be it's an interesting Dimir Delver.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
I'm not loving what I've seen so far, but you know,
blue-black will always be in my heart.
It's just it is a powerful color combination, getting efficient removal, like I said, and also getting threats, and especially in Pauper, getting to resolve a Delver on turn 1, like pass into I've got a flying 3/3. Right. I'm going to just take back all of your plays.
So I remember when blue, roughly about the time of blue-black control from New Phyrexia with Tezzeret, Agent of Bolus, turning Ichor Wellspring into a 5/5, turning Inkmoth Nexus into a 5/5.
Yep.
Getting to learn layers. Chat, layers as a judge. Terrible. Hate them. Awful. Never want to deal with them again.
Layers aren't real. I just cast Thassa's Oracle and cast Demonic Consultation after it.
But no, around that time, that was when blue started to shift. When Delver of Secrets was printed in Innistrad, everyone was just like, how on earth? Why does blue get this? This is ridiculous. Correct, chat. Absolutely.
The only layers that matter are lasagna layers.
You know what? I also hate Mondays. The worst. Thanks, John. Thanks. No.
The judge call was because the deck list that was submitted was mono white weenies, and they're playing Mirror Terror.
Yeah, so they're trying to, I guess they're trying to decide if, because this isn't exactly like, I mean, it's not like it is technically a deck registration error, but it's not like oh well, I was playing Thoughtseizes when they weren't listed. It's a like, I'm playing a completely different deck.
Yeah,
there has to be some kind of, I guess they're trying to figure out if it was a mistake or if Hippo just switched last minute and just forgot to update,
or if one of his teammates submitted the wrong deck list for him.
That could be.
Regardless,
is Hippo known for playing white weenies?
That is most definitely his. If there is a mono white weenie enjoyer of all time, it is.
Okay. No issue. Cool. Starting over.
So it's just a game reset.
Okay.
Okay. Cool.
Also, no game reset.
No game reset. Okay. Cool.
Okay. We're just going back. Also, for the record, of all the famous white weenie enjoyers, I think Craig Wesco as a boomer. Does anyone remember?
That man is not real. They do not.
Can you? So yes, you can call your deck whatever you want. However, the deck list that was submitted was not mono white. So I'm not 100% certain what happened. It sounded like there was like an email problem or something, but yeah. Yeah, no, I love naming like just funny names for deck lists.
Yeah.
Especially like there's a whole meta around it. Like
there's a meta around it.
Well, so there used to be, you got to see your opponent's deck name sometimes.
Oh, so you
and so you would just be like, do we know what the other team's name is? Yes.
Oh, so it is Thomas Gunn.
Two guns and a beard.
Oh, I assume Thomas Gunn would be their popper seed. Oh, okay. Interesting.
It's two guns with two ends, right?
Yeah.
Two beards and a gun?
Yeah, here you go. Oh, it's on your left.
Thank you.
Reds.
I can't spell, chat.
Beard.
That's what it says. Two beard and a gun. He said it's on my left. Right. That's my right. I can't be trusted with any computers. Two breads.
Yeah. I am getting to look at the deck list now.
Hopper, thank you.
It does appear to be a pretty standard. Ooh. This is not a terror list.
It is not a terror list.
He is running blue-black specifically for Thorn of the Black Rose and then Augur of Bolus.
So they're just fairies?
No, Augur Bolus. Yeah, I just call it blue-black fairies. I do not see a big angle.
I see a Gurmag angler.
Wait, where is it?
Oh. Big angles.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Ichor Wellspring in standard is crazy. Yeah. No, like it was a thing. Like
back in my day,
we had Augur of Bolas too. Augur of Bolas, so like just blue value creatures around the time of Innistrad was just insane. So we got Thoracle, we got Augur, just Augur being the fantastic wall for control control shells, providing card advantage too, replacing itself, and then Delver of Secrets just being hyper, and immediately the angles. Lamau life total broken. It's fine. Trust. It's, I don't know. Tech today has just decided we have our tech support trying to do something. Him go help. Computers.
What were you gonna say?
I don't remember.
Okay, cool. Let's show you some new cards like Lembus. You ever heard of Lembus?
Like the bread?
Like the bread. There's currently a Lembus in his yard. Lembus, when it on ETB, you scry 1, draw a card, you can pay 2, sack it, gain 3 life, and when it's put in your graveyard from the battlefield, its opponent shuffles it into their library.
This it shuffles their graveyard? Wait.
No, it shuffles itself.
The owner shuffles it into their library. You said opponent.
Oh.
I was like, how? So we're giving gunk tokens? Like, I'm down. I like the unknown events. Those are fun.
Gunk tokens.
That was a real thing.
Yep.
No.
Yeah.
But no, okay, so
getting to, and I've only gotten to play Ichor Wellspring in the last year or so through Pauper, so getting to just resolve its sack trigger to a Deadly Spew, get the cards and the treasures. It's
just so good. Yeah. It does so much. Like the card that time in Magic was just so powerful. Like that was the era right as Stoneblade. The standard deck that immediately became one of the most powerful decks. It was Cawblade. It was called Cawblade and Standard. It was called Cawblade and Standard. When it moved to Legacy, it just immediately became one of the most powerful things someone could do. That Jace the Mind Sculptor. So with a month left in Standard before it rotated, both Jace the Mind Sculptor and Stoneforge Mystic were banned. Stoneforge Mystic. I think Stoneforge Mystic was given an exception if you were playing a because it was printed in a precon deck, like a standard precon deck, and you could only play Stoneforge Mystic if you bought that deck and played that exact list. And so someone at the last event, it was legal, and came with that deck and got deck checked every single round. It was really funny. It was really funny. Eventually, the judges were just like, you know what? That guy's good. We know him. Yeah. Trust me, it's fine.
It's fine.
He was an issue for 2 rounds, never again. But no, so like I was saying, this Magic circa 2011, 12, 13, and then 14 with Gurmag Angler and bringing back Delve was just so powerful. We got to see so many bangers that it makes perfect sense that, and especially at common, it makes sense that we get to see them now in Pauper.
Yeah.
Because that was also around Theros block where I remember when Grey Merchant of Asphodel. I think did it get banned in Pauper at one point? I remember it never got banned. I thought it did at once.
It might have
got unbanned.
It might have been unbanned.
I think it was so powerful it got banned, and then like a year or 2 later it got unbanned. I do remember Gary being controversial in Pauper, and people were mad about it.
Oh, I
okay,
bet.
Well,
as a Delver gamer, yeah.
Gaze and Dush are very powerful. Daze and Gush words.
Yeah.
Samesies. What is that one, Andy?
Which one?
The
card at the top. That is Thorn of the Black Rose. That is ETB. Okay. It is a 1/4 with Death Touch, and on ETB you become the Monarch.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wizards printing effects for Commander, and
is
then
that the Monarch? Is that a mouse?
It's either a mouse or a pig. I love Hippo.
Yeah.
Always prepared.
That man stays strapped with many a
Galvanic Blasting the Gurmag Angler. Galvanic Blast too. That was
We're just playing old standard.
We're just
decks.
Playing old standard decks. This is great.
They really don't make cards like they used to.
This is basically just extended. I'm loving it.
Yeah, that's kind of just what Pauper is. It's a lot of the old. I find that a lot of our local scene is just players who used to play standard, and they're just playing their old favorite standard decks with new toys.
That's fair.
you were talking about Cawblade like a little while ago, and now it's effectively not Cawgates, but
yeah, I saw there's like
it might be Orza Blade that I'm thinking of.
Yeah, because there's one. I don't remember if Squadron Hawk was a common or uncommon, but there's another variant of it.
Yeah,
that is a common.
Yeah, Squadron Hawk being.
It's a 1/1 flyer for 2. When it enters the battlefield, you may search your library for up to what is it? Yep. 3 cards named Squadron Hawk, reveal them, put them into your hand, then shuffle.
Yep.
So it would just you never went to grab all 3. You would just play one, just replace itself. I have a 1/1. Stoneforge Mystic, flash in a sword, equip sword, beat death, or Batterskull.
No, Squadron Hawk does actually see play in standard. I don't.
Standard Pauper?
Not in Pauper.
Pauper.
But it's not as popular as it used to be.
And it's not as popular. That was bad. I'm sorry, chat. I'm sorry, chat. That was painful. That was painful.
But I do like that Pauper is rotated quite a bit. As fun as it was playing nothing but Golgari Garden's Mirrors, which is just it is a Golgari deck that just you're going to die to losing 1 life at a time.
We love to see it.
Yeah.
I once played a standard deck that its only win condition was a 1 of Nephalia Drownyard, which was pay 3 mana, tap, target player mills 2 cards. That was the only win condition. It was great. It was just miserable. It was pillow forts. It felt great. I almost made someone quit playing Magic. Not toxic, by the way.
Not toxic, by the way. Yeah.
All right. Yes. Tell me more about this Hydra.
That is a 5/6. It's just a 5/6 reach trample Hydra, and I
didn't know they made Hydras at common.
They do in MH3. Yep. MH3, as with every other format, just shook up the entire format. Yeah. I was really excited because I thought, and Hippo just hit the out. He literally just top decked a Snuff Out.
Love to see it.
That's actually insane. But no, MH3 just same with Modern, as with Legacy, as with Pauper, just kind of uprooted the format. Now we get to play these just Jund idiots or Gruul idiots.
I'm a Jund idiot. Yeah,
Jund is just good. And you get to play these efficient draw cards like the Ichor Wellsprings, sack them. Oh, they can't counter the Deadly Dispute. Sick. I get to ramp into my idiots and draw more idiots. You get to main board Graveyard Hate like the Nihil Spellbomb there.
Nihil Spellbomb. Yeah. We love a good Spellbomb from another decade, 12 years ago.
Literally, I mean, we're still playing the artifact lands.
What was that? A Deadly Dispute? Pull that up.
Deadly Dispute is additional cost, sack a creature or an artifact, draw 2, make a treasure.
Okay.
It is just good.
That's really good.
Yep. What happened to his board?
We were yapping.
There's the
yeah.
Oh, I hate.
It looks like
is it Cast Down? No.
Cast Down? Yeah, Cast Down.
Nice. Yeah.
I mean, this is what happens when like two decks with just like efficient removal. Gonna keep like Clark Clan Shaman.
And he'll be able to sack his lands to be able to blow up Hippo's creatures.
Each creature without flying kills itself too. Sag. But I mean, like, it makes sense. Writhing Chrysalis. Okay, this card I do know. This card I do know. Oh, it got countered. Rip.
Oh, well.
Counterspell. Yeah. You can't let that resolve. That card's just...
Speaking of boomer cards.
And at least it's not Boomerang. I hope we see a Boomerang today.
That card's not real.
I hope we see a Boomerang today.
That card is not real. You can't... There is no Boomerang in this deck. Thankfully, we opted into good colors, and we are in blue-black.
Boomerang's blue.
Yeah. It's also 2 blue pips.
So it's Counterspell.
And doesn't get run in blue-black.
Sad. Disappointed. Hippo, you should play Boomerang. Dunk on Andy.
You should go out there and tell him that after this.
Bay is Bay, absolutely. All the fairies. I remember...
Yeah.
This is just me being a boomer again. Blue-black fairies and extended, I think. Anyway, Fairies are just great. Fairies have traditionally been one of the most powerful yet least represented creature types in all of Magic's history. Like, they just do so much.
Yeah. I mean, fairies just, it's not easy to pilot either. If you like, it's not like these Gruul or Jund Idiots decks where you get to just
be stompy, turn things sideways.
Yeah.
Math is for blockers. The plot is a civil war. Sag. But no, like, blue-black fairies, blue-black is just generally hard to play usually.
Yeah.
Because control decks always take a lot more intricate knowledge of the format that you're playing.
There's so many lines.
And Hippo, the people at wow, my brain just blanked.
Game night?
No, the podcast.
Common Grounds?
Common Grounds, thank you. I was like, Common, all I could think of was, I don't know, Hopper. Brain tired. It's only 2 o'clock. No, the people at Common Grounds are just, they just know so much about the format.
Yeah.
Obviously, they have to.
They also just play every format. I am interested to see, okay, so Pulse of Marasa is regrabbing the other Writhing Chrysalis.
He just Jund.
Yeah.
Pulse of Marasa, yeah, let's read that text. I'm not super familiar.
Return target creature or land card from your graveyard to its owner's hand. You gain 6 life.
Okay.
Oh, it's an instant.
Yeah, 2 and a green instant. That's pretty good, especially in like at 25 life.
Yeah, he's also just running out of threats. It looks like he's got that Writhing Chrysalis and then 2 more lands in hand.
And the Snuff Out.
Yeah. And Hippo's got 1 more to deal with the next one too.
Yeah.
Oh, and getting to bog the whole yard.
Oof.
Yeah, that's...
He just Junded all over the table.
Yeah.
He shuffled his deck until he Junded.
Getting to chip in here for 2 more damage.
Yeah, I mean...
The clock is there. It's definitely a slow clock.
It is a slow clock.
Hard casting and stuff, but yeah. He's got to worry about his life, especially in this idiot matchup.
And at this, I love that it's just called Idiots. That is truly the deck from another Chrysalis. Okay, he's just like...
Yeah, that's the one he grabbed off of the Pulse of Marasa.
Okay, yeah. I love how Hippo just shook his head.
Yeah.
The other stuff out there, he's gonna wait, obviously. He's gonna Spell Stutter Sprite?
No, it's not gonna do anything.
Oh, yeah, no, because it's... Yeah, I forgot that it does the counter thing.
Also, thank you... Thank you for the person who followed.
Rip, I missed it. I was not paying attention.
Nintendo Champ.
Thank you so much for the follow. We appreciate it. Yes, the Eldrazi looks scary. Wait, what? Looks scary, but... Yeah, I feel like with all of those tentacles, he would definitely help you move. Like, he could just carry all the boxes for you. And just be a bro. What?
Yeah, cycling to draw a card. He's literally just digging anything at this point. It did look like he... another shaman.
That's what it looks like. I think that's the only red creature in his deck. Right?
Yeah, I wasn't sure if it was that or a cleansing wildfire. Though.
We'll see.
Yeah,
it is a.
So he has another clan shaman, but it's not. It does nothing into the.
It does nothing here. He also doesn't have many artifacts, does he?
Bro got hippoed. Yeah. It does not help that Hippo loves this deck. Not as much as Mono White Weenies. But
what is the...
There's a Hippo emote. It's crazy.
You love to see it. Is that Oh, we need to get him.
Guys, can you Hippo the chat? Can we get hippos in chat?
Hippos in chat? Yeah. Let's post hippos.
What were you gonna ask?
Oh, I was gonna ask what's that one, the Chinese hippo, Donghua? Is that it? Yeah.
That or Mudeng.
Mudeng. The little baby hippo. Mudeng. Yeah, thank you. Hippos in chat. Love to see it.
Hippos. Yeah. I would scoop it up too.
Yes. Yeah. So going to game 2, there was not much.
Yeah, let's look at the board.
Let's look at these boards. Another Clark.
Yeah, I think
Pyroblast.
I am surprised to see I guess Pyroblast doesn't do anything in the blind. I think going into this event, I don't know who built his deck. I think I would very comfortably slot slot in a 2 of. No, in like the register 2 in the main.
Oh, ooh.
Okay. I anticipate a lot of blue.
Yeah. Blue is just strong. Like
it's also just efficient. There's also just a lot of mono blue Delver enjoyers in Nashville. It's just good.
Shout out to the best color in Magic. What is breath? Ooh. Duress makes sense. What is breath weapon?
It is a instant. I think it's never mind. Yeah, it is 2 in a red. Breath weapon deals 2 damage to each non-dragon creature.
So it's like Pyroclasm, but like 1 more instant speed for non-dragons.
Yep.
Okay.
I think
Cursed Marauder. Hippo sick. No, keep it. I love it. Yeah. It fits.
Yeah, so we're definitely slotting in the Pyroblast. I don't know what I would take out though. Is the thing.
Fire cannonator that hits pirates. All right.
Yep.
What's
I'd probably swap out the cleansing wildfire. I think. Apparently, the last time we were here, I was told 25% of the player base was just on Ponza.
Huh.
That's a call.
What's Hippo's board like?
Hippo.
Four
Bebs.
Blue Elemental Blast.
We want to take the
Arms of Hadar.
Vika Gang Shinobi. Literally own a copy.
Got downshifted before breath. Oh, I see. Got downshifted right before breath weapon. That makes sense. It is, yes. So, chat. Hippo got the first game. I'll go ahead and add that real quick. Oh no, 1. I'll move it over. Don't worry. I can drag and pull. Drag and pull. Drag and pull. There we go. Yes, it is real Hippo hours.
Real Hippo hours in the chat. Extract a confession.
There's
so many new tools.
I thought, yeah, these are all cards from when I took a break. Oh, cool. Year of the Hippo. I'm gonna tell chat. I'm gonna tell him all of these things when he comes. Okay. Like next time I see him. And like, how much time is left on the? I'm sure it's like enough. 20 minutes.
21. Yeah.
Right.
I will say, Pauper takes forever.
I'm noticing.
If you're not playing these like the aggro decks. Yeah. But he's for sure.
Robert Trejo, thank you for the follow. We appreciate it. Also a local.
Yeah. I'm definitely boarding in 2 of Extract a Confession.
Yeah.
Against these Go Tall decks. Extract a Confession. You can pay Evidence 6 as an additional cost. Each opponent sacrifices a creature, and if evidence was collected, instead each opponent sacrifices a creature with the greatest power among creatures they control. It's so free.
Commenter. Aw, Robert. All right. Well, we'll just here. Is this better? Is this better for you, Robert? Is this better, chat? I can get right up close to the mic. Do a little ASMR. I can't do ASMR. My voice is too annoying.
Please don't do that.
My voice is too annoying. I can't do it.
Yeah. Noise. Noise is the opposite.
Yapping. And I'm good at that. Yapping I am good at. The 3 cards on the side for... I think he's still boarding?
I think he's still resolving his boarding.
I think he's still sideboarding. Yeah.
A little better, thanks.
Okay, we'll just be here. They do.
Oh, that's cute. Yeah. Hippo, yes.
Derek. All right.
Trejo, thank you for telling us that we were being a little quiet.
Thank you very much. Is there a way? Should we turn this up a little bit? Can we turn up mic sensitivity?
What, like upper gain?
Feeks. Tech support feeks. So, is that better? Is this better now, Robert? Now that I can sit back and not be like.
I mean, we can all just scoot in.
Oh yeah, we can. I was afraid I was gonna hit something.
I want the Jund to Jund them.
I
also hope Jund wins, but
I love Hippo, but I do like rooting for an underdog, and I also like dunking on my friends. So, as a boomer, I remember a time when Jund was the best deck of like of basically most formats. We got it. Thank you.
Thank you.
I remember when Jund was like the thinking it was a huge finish with proper protection and removal to do Grixis. Hitting with big angles and flinging it to the face. That's fair. I like Grixis too. But I just meant like in general. I meant not necessarily for Pauper specifically, but for all formats. Like modern Jund getting to like Bloodbraid Elf, cascade into Liliana of the Veil, sack your blocker, untap, or sack your blocker, hit you for 3 like Blightning, Thoughtseize, Tarmogoyf. I remember, yeah, those are all rares and mythics, but listen, I'm old. I remember the good times.
They might have had a downshift, you never know.
I think I think Bloodbraid Elf did get downshifted to like uncommon.
It did get downshifted in MH2 or something. I don't know. I remember cracking the box and saying, "Huh, this card does nothing in my commander deck," and then slotting it away.
Correct. It's wild to me that Liliana, Tarmogoyf, Bloodbraid Elves are just, and Jace even, are just not that powerful in Modern. It really tells you
I think that says a lot about the format overall.
It does.
Pepperidge Farmer members, yeah.
I literally said that. I said that to James. It's like, oh yes, Pepperidge Farm. It's like, this stream is just gonna be me being a boomer. Honestly.
I think this is the 3rd time you've said that.
Is it?
Yes.
Should we have a Liz forgets what she was talking about?
No.
That'll be also.
I don't think we need another segment, but
too many bits. I'll forget about them.
I do appreciate Hippo dressing up for this.
Hippo just being ready.
Oh no, I mean just that man is wearing a dress shirt right now.
That's a nice shirt. I like
it's very floral.
What's that pattern called? With all the
there's a specific
name for that pattern. I just don't remember. Me being
I was gonna call it nice.
You know what? Okay.
That's a nice shirt.
That's nice. Old handkerchief.
Old
porcelain. I can see porcelain. No, I was thinking of paisley actually, I think, but I can see now it's more flowers than I think paisley's the term. Actually no, can we do how about
Paisley's close.
Paisley, yeah. Late 1800s like Orphan Boy.
Oh my god.
Yeah, like the orphan boy that was adopted into like, or his parents just like never really paid attention to him.
Who is getting called out right now?
I think me for enjoying Paisley.
Yeah, I was hoping, going back to the format,
the actual thing we're here for.
I was hoping this would be the sadistic lead deck. I'm not a big fan of these going tall idiots decks, but they are Paisley, but
amoeba.
I think blue-white amoeba is pretty good in this form.
Blue-white amoeba seems like the best.
Honestly, yeah. I think I'd register that for an event at some point.
But yeah, it's not the best deck.
Azorius amoeba is kind of crazy.
It's not the best deck. It's instead some Jund build. Yes, yeah. Glee combo seems like it's just much more interesting.
Yeah,
I think.
Going back to the person who's speaking about Grixis, I love me some Grixis Affinity, and the fact that I can run my 4 of Iron Man card in there is kind of. They did. How does it feel to know that Galvanic Blast got an Iron Man reprint?
I hate it here.
Oh, you're the commentator in Grixis?
Yeah, no, it was more.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. No, I I have feelings and opinions about some of the universes beyond. Chat. I will be nice. We are.
Yeah.
I think it's dumb.
Me too.
I just full and foremost, like, I like and respect that it's bringing in more players.
Mm-hmm.
I genuinely do like that it is expanding the player base and bringing in more people, more fans.
Yeah.
But as a boomer, Grumble, grumble. I don't want to play. When someone says I'm going to cast Flash, I don't want them to be like literally the comic book character. I want it to be the card that's banned in every format.
I'm gonna jump in here on that just a second. Wizards, if you're listening, please slow it down with the Universes Beyond. I mean, while it is great, you're kind of taking away from the magic of Magic. You know what I mean? I don't know. But that is also the boomer coming out in me. I will shut up.
That was Steven on
that was Steven.
One of the store owners on the mic.
Yeah.
The store owner, yeah.
The store owner.
Yeah. Yeah, going back into the gameplay.
Spell Stutter Strike's countered. Yep.
Ooh, is he gonna have to tap out for it?
Countered again.
Yeah.
Fairy's just good. Yes, we're getting back. Sorry, chat. We'll get off our boomer. We'll pocket our boomer comments for now. So
too many sprites.
Too many.
So notably, he actually could have paid for it. Or no.
Oh, I didn't see the lands on the side.
Never mind. No, he couldn't have paid for it. Okay, cool.
Looks like he resolved one anyway.
Yeah.
Into second Ricker Wellspring. Exactly. Land for turn. Is he gonna? What is
that? Is refurbished familiar. His affinity.
Okay.
It is a flying 2/1, and when ETBs, each opponent discards a card. For each opponent who can't, you draw a card. Okay. I hate that this is technically made for Commander.
Yes.
Yeah. It is literally just checking. I actually never knew that last line of text existed. I always knew it was just like a one. It was always effectively a 1-mana 2/1, make my opponent discard a card.
But for each opponent who can't, you draw a card. Yeah, that
does
good.
imply more than one opponent.
Yes.
Which is,
and
that's one of the cards he brought in from his sideboard. That is an Accursed Marauder. It is a 2/1 zombie warrior. ETB, each player sacrifices a non-token creature. So it's just, you just play it, it sacks itself. They have to sack.
And then he Spell Stutter Sprites.
Yep. Getting to resolve this density of fairies this
Interesting
early.
That he didn't. He could have paid for it, couldn't he have?
No.
The Spell Stutter Sprite 2?
No. Spell Stutter Sprite just counters equal extra CMC X or less, where X is number of fairies you control.
Fairies, okay.
Yeah.
I was thinking of there's another one that's like basically Force Spike.
It checks for the number of fairies or something like X you control. Yeah.
It's the Merfolk one. It's Merfolk Regery. That's what I'm thinking of.
Yeah.
Or Marrow Regery.
Yeah. Yep.
Yes, he does. Yes.
Yeah, he notably does have his force. Yeah, it is a little brutal to be. Oh, is that a flame breath in hand on the left?
Yeah, that looks like it. That is not the other one. That's not the other red.
Is it that
Cleansing?
one?
No, wait. It's
No, I think
it's breath weapon.
Breath weapon. Yeah.
Yeah, that is a breath. Fiery cannonade, please.
Yeah, unfortunately, the breath weapon definitely won't resolve.
No, there's no shot.
Because
he's got Dispel. That's Dispel, Augur of Bolus. He's in this position. He absolutely just flashes in the last fairy, and then just continues being aggressive. So I think. Yep.
Cast downing the blocker.
Cast down.
Attempting a deadly dispute at sacking. That is part of the cost trigger on the stack. I assume.
Oh.
Is he gonna fall for it? Oh no, he's dispelling.
Okay.
While that's still.
That's not hippo.
Is he going to fire off the breath weapon now while he can? Or is Gal blasting?
Because this is still in hippos. Yeah, I would have.
This is on Derek's Insta.
Yeah, I think I would have.
I think I would have fired off the.
I would have fired off the breath weapon.
Unless he's not scared of another of the Beb.
It could have been a Beb. Oh,
he still had one blue up.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's why they're playing not us.
This is those who can't do teach.
Yeah.
And those who can't teach gap.
Yep. Having to cast down a 1/1 feels very unfortunate.
That feels bad, but Oof.
Has he
He's
hit?
still alive. Flying 3-3 for
High Hippo on campus.
ECB win the game.
Here we go.
All right, we're back in it.
We're finally finding some threats, and immediately they're getting counterspelled.
Yep. Though on the bright side, Hippo has 2 cards in hand. Looks like a Beb and another and the Spellstutter Sprite.
Yeah.
Resolving the Pulsive. What was it?
What?
Pulsive whatever. Pulsive Murata.
Oh, Pulse
Marasa.
Where? Oh, I'm blind. Yeah, okay, there it is. Marasa.
Pulse Marasa. Thank you, chat. Bringing it back makes sense. It looks like Jund is starting to stabilize. Well, Hippo just drawing more counter spells.
Yeah,
gain 6 regrow. Yes.
Yeah, it definitely doesn't help that a lot of the 4 of the major threats are also just red.
Yes.
So they immediately just hit he can immediately just fire off a bed. It doesn't even have to use the last Spellstutter Sprite.
He's got what? He's got at least, I think he has 4 counter spells in hand. I think it's 2 Blue Elemental Blasts.
He has a cast down.
Was it a cast down? Okay. I see 2. Yes, or the snuff out.
The snuff out. Yeah.
It's 2 Blue Elemental Blasts, a snuff out, and a Spellstutter Sprite.
Yeah.
Why play Jund?
I think some people just like to play Jund because it's fun.
Why play lands in Legacy? Like, at a certain point, you've just been playing the deck for so long. Also, this isn't the, like we were talking about earlier.
I'm actually really surprised by this. Oh, he wanted to bait. I see. That's fascinating. Yeah. That's just good.
You can also play Oops All Spells. I meant lands the deck, but you can also play Oops All Spells. Technically no lands.
Yeah, okay. How many MDFCs do you have now?
Like 17, 12, something like that. It's definitely double digits. It is. It looks...
into the Relic of Progenitus. Oh, we've already resolved the the Pulse of Marasa, so we don't care as much as the Jund player, but
like,
yeah,
there's not much. I'm not sure what Jund can do here, because especially double Blue Elemental Blast in hand.
Yeah. I mean, Jund's out here is just top deck idiots into idiots, and so if you were to top deck like both Nyxborn Hydras back to back,
yes. I think Nyxborn Hydra right now would be the best thing he can draw.
Yeah.
Just hoping that Hippo doesn't draw more counter magic. That's...
I mean, he's going to continue to draw more counter magic for sure. Fairy Seer, Draw 2, ETB, Scry 2, immediately bought both those.
Yeah.
It's a Bajuka Bog and a Preordain.
That's a Preordain.
Yeah.
I meant more like, just hope he doesn't draw counter magic before you can resolve it.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
Make him use his snuff outs and not his, like, just trying to get a counterspell underneath. Okay. Exiling the land. Yep. Okay. And he just concedes.
Yeah.
Understandable. Like the Pyroblast, or what is that? Yeah, Pyroblast just wasn't enough. Team Hippo wins Legacy. Wow, they clean sweeped.
Swept.
Team Hippo, yeah. Let's see.
Are
5 minutes. 5.5 minutes left on the round. That's.
Do you want to interview Hippo?
We can talk to Hippo. It'll be great because I don't know anything about Popper. I just be like, tell me about your deck.
Sure.
Popper's great.
I also.
All right, they're doing just showing off all of their nice sideboard tech that they brought in. Very nice. That was unfortunate for Derek. Honestly, just Hippo always had something. Just every single time. Having double Blue Elemental Blast, having all 4 Spellstutter Sprites was just very rough for Jund to overcome. It just could not find threats. So, didn't get to sneak anything under. Hippo taking it 2-0. Congrats, Hippo. Like, fantastic. We're gonna get him here in just a moment. They're putting everything up. Yes, he's gonna get to see all of your comments, chat. I'm gonna point out every single thing. But Pauper seems honestly like a fun format. I'm not nearly as familiar as Andy is with Pauper. But honestly, getting to see how many of the nostalgic cards from when I started playing a second time, I might be looking into Pauper, chat. It looks like a lot of fun. Alright, we will have Hippo in here in just one moment, chat. Give us just a sec. You can be Andolini today. I got you. Lysandra. Jesus. That's my name. Lysandra. Liz is actually pronounced Lies.
Okay.
It's Lysandra.
Okay.
All right. So, what were you thinking that like you had? So in game 2, you had all of your spell stutter sprites.
Yep.
That was just.
As soon as I drew the fourth one, I was like, okay, the idea here is to like literally not ever try to cast this until a crystal is put on the stack.
Yeah.
The crystal's really the only card that matters in the matchup. Like the other cards don't really do anything. So as long as it really stays out of play, that's really the biggest thing.
That's fair.
And if I can also get rid of like if I can notice like a sense of weakness, like I'll start countering like deadly disputes and stuff like that because just to bury him, and that's really the biggest thing.
That makes sense because it really did seem like he was on the back foot the entire game in game 2.
Yeah, I mean he's down a card because he mulliganed to 6 or whatever. I kept a hand with like double spell stutter spray.
I think so. Yeah. It was double spell stutter. I think double blue elemental blast.
No, I didn't have any elemental blast in my opener. And I had a dispel in my opener. So the point of the dispels is basically entirely for like the deadly disputes effects.
Yeah.
Or eviscerators insights those cards.
Right.
What was my hand? Okay, yeah, it was dispel. Yeah, that was my okay. So I had like a removal spell, a dispel, and double spell stutter. So yeah, the idea is just to like not do anything on my own turn. Just at any point, if he puts anything on the stack, I can just counter it. That's the idea.
So why? So I have heard I've heard that you are a white weenie enjoyer.
So that,
to rival Craig Wesco himself.
So it appears that was my list that was from the last event that we held. I did play that deck last time. I do like the deck a lot. I just didn't actually. It would be very good in this room. Funny enough, there is a ton of red decks in this room. It would have been an insane pick. It was something that was on my radar. There's like a version of the deck that's playing like the Gates package with like what's a Sacred Cat. So you just get huge swaths of life, and it's just like an insurmountable game for them. They cannot win.
That's fair.
But so Craig Wesco was my favorite pro player for a long time.
Good. I remember. Craig Wesco, for those of you who don't know, used to write for TCG Player. Was well known.
Actually, was a national native.
Was he really?
Yes.
I didn't know.
He was a national native for a long time.
That's crazy.
Yep.
I won one of his sweepstakes one time.
Nice.
He had like some trivia that he was doing at the end of his articles, and then at the end of it, he was like, "Okay, if you can guess all of the cards that I named, you'll get like a prize."
Yeah.
I think there were like 5 or 6 of us. And we all got like signed cards from Craig Wesco.
I used to religiously read his articles every Friday. Every Friday when they came out. I did. I absolutely did. No, he's great.
He's fantastic stuff.
Absolutely. It's my plug time. I get to plug.
Yeah, no, please.
Cool. So the reason I'm the Popper Seat is I do a podcast with 2 other players playing out there, Cameron Schindler and Thomas Gunn, and it's called Common Ground MTG. We drop it weekly on every Thursday. We'd love to have some extra listeners if you were interested in the Popper format.
I'm not gonna lie. Watching this match, getting to see all of the nostalgic cards, like the Galvanic Blast, Ichor Wellspring, Augur of Bolus. We didn't see any Delvers, which like I understand.
No, I'm not Delvering. The mono blue version of like the blue black decks tends to be like a Delver deck, or it's either fairies or Delver. Like the Terror deck is like the Delver deck. So so unfortunately I was not Delvering today. Did consider it for a minute though.
But just getting to see all those cards, because that was around the second. Like I played originally and then I came back.
Yeah.
And all those cards just look so they're nostalgic for me personally. So getting to like see a format where they still see play is really exciting. I'm like, okay, well, maybe you might have another listener up here at least.
Love it. You know, we love to talk about it, and if you have any questions, feel free to send them in. And we love to make episode topics of questions that get sent in.
Absolutely. All right, so I'm trying to think. Good popper things. So other than white weenies, like, I think we talked about like what, like how much you like white weenies. So did you? I don't remember. Did you say why specifically blue black?
So actually, that was a change that I made at 7 o'clock this morning as I picked this deck.
I see.
So my opponent was Derek. Actually, we were both going to be on basically the same 75. And last night I was playing some games, and I'm like, I'm not feeling it. This deck is a really hard time winning the game, like as you noticed.
Yes,
the deck has a really hard time just actually like planting its like step in the game and like really going for a win. So I was like, I can't really do this, and I had sleeved up this blue-black deck yesterday. I'm like, Brainstorm plus removal spells is good. I'm gonna do that. So
correct. Yeah. Like, turns out blue drawing and with their efficient threats.
Brainstorm plus removal spells is pretty good. Also, Lori revealed a crack card. I don't know if anybody's read that card.
Yeah.
The card is insane in this format. The card is absolutely a house in this format.
Did we see? I don't think we saw it.
I did cast one in game 1.
Okay, I must have missed it.
I did cast one in game 1, and it kind of slammed the door. So
yeah,
it does that.
Just the sheer card advantage.
And the fact that it also allows me to go get typed lands out of my deck, because I'm only actually playing like 6 black sources in my deck, between 5 of the dual land or type dual lands, and then 1 swamp, and then like one of the fetch lands from MH3 to go get it. So
right, no problem.
Yeah,
just them printing typed lands at commons had to have been.
It is very good.
Amazing for the format.
Yeah, it's also super helpful. It didn't really come up. I think I only did it in game 2. I was actually like being able to pay the 4 life for snuff out.
Yes.
So that was a huge thing too. So yeah, having the type dual lands that you can just fetch with so many different ways to fetch them that also progress your game plan is really nice.
Right. Let's see. Are there other like Andy, what else? Sideboard, yes. How did you tech your sideboard? So, because you said that there's a bunch of mono red here.
Okay, so I didn't really tech my sideboard so much for mono red. In fact, I'm kind of just accepting that's not a good matchup. I'm just going to try to outplay people. My sideboard for that matchup, it does include the 4 blue blast. I brought in 3 of them in that matchup. I have a copy of Unexpected Fangs, so if you slam that on like a Gurmag Angler, that closes the door.
Right.
And then I have a copy of, what is the card? It's from it's a ninjutsu card from Neon Dynasty.
Yeah, I don't know why he was like the Jund player wasn't on.
Yeah, I assume.
Oh, he's just playing a Jund Wildfire deck. Like it's not. It's like the idea is to throw people off and make them think that you are playing Glee. I knew what he was playing, so I knew he's not playing Glee. But I don't think there's anyone in this room playing Glee. Funny enough,
I thought that.
That's so wild to me.
The deck is so fragile, and like it's really bad against mono red. Like mono red eats it for breakfast. So it's a really bad room for it. I think if anyone were playing it, would not be the greatest idea.
Okay.
But the last card I have is like I can't remember even the name of the card. I know it's something Ambusher. It's a ninjutsu card from Neon Dynasty.
Oh yeah,
it's the
you got it. And he got it.
It's kind of insane.
Scroll up.
Yes. The Mukatai Ambusher. So it comes in. It's for 1 mana. It's a 3/2 lifelinker. So that's huge. You can doing any of the ninjutsu stuff with any of your spell starter sprites is just resets them and
resets it. You get to keep.
Yeah, it's a disgusting. Like once it starts getting online, it's really disgusting.
Keep applying the tempo, keeping them on the back foot, just applying pressure.
Correct. Yeah, no, it's super sick. Yeah, I think I also considered playing just like the mono blue version of my deck. Again, just having that like extra suite of removal spells because I knew that the people were gonna be playing like I know there's a ramp player out there. I know there's like some Derek here is playing like Chris. Basically, the idea is like I want to have an answer for Chrysalis because if I don't, I'm going to lose.
Yes,
that card is so bad for me.
That card is very good. I remember for draft from MH3, it just like destroyed the entire format. Like it's like
one of the best cards in the format.
It had, I think it was literally the best card for limited.
Yep.
And it's probably, I think it has the highest win rate out of picks
any common ever printed.
Yes,
I believe
any common ever printed.
Yep.
So it's just, I think it was like 67% win rate. It was ridiculous.
Card's incredible.
The fact that it's seeing play in Pauper, of course, it makes perfect sense.
Huge player in the format. It sees play in the Glee deck. It sees play in this like Jund Wildfire deck that you saw Derek playing. It sees play in the like Gruul Monsters deck, which is just kind of a deck that's trying to take advantage of like Llanowar Elves and
just ramping into
and the Utopia Sprawl effects and Wild Growth effects to like get these like 6-7 drops out on like turn 3.
Gracious.
Yeah. There is someone out there playing it. I'm hopefully don't have to play him at any point today because that matchup I will lose. It is very bad. And then this is kind of it just sees a lot of play, and it is a house. So that's why if you can play it, you probably should. Like his deck, like Derek's deck that he was playing, there is a deck kind of like that doesn't play green at all. It just is like a red-black deck.
Interesting.
So you see just like this addition of color, like you just hold a whole color for one card. Like that card is powerful enough to make you want to jump off ship of just playing whatever 2-color deck you were going to play, and now you're adding a 3rd color. I know Andy here has actually played.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Has played Golgari Gardens before, and the deck also has now added red for that card as well.
Okay.
So Gardens plays Writhing Crystals as well. I mean, it also plays. You got to think it also plays like Witch's Cottage and stuff. So you can keep.
You get to recur it as well.
Yeah,
that's
gross. It's super. It is really cool in Derek's deck because you're able to use those like Eviscerators, Insights, Daily Disputes, and you have you have Blood Fountain. So Blood Fountain's going to rebuy all of those.
What is Blood Fountain?
So Blood Fountain's it's actually it's really the deck the reason that deck even exists at all. Aside from like the wildfire part, but it is a linchpin in both in Affinity, Gardens, and this Jund Wildfire deck. Like, so it's a single black artifact. When it comes into play, it makes a blood token, and then you can pay 3 and a black and tap it and sacrifice it to return 2 target creatures from your graveyard to your hand.
Okay, so
you just keep going through. Like your stuff is never going to die. Like this was another card that I was worried about from Derek because like if this card lands, like it's really bad for me. But he's playing like the Pulse Marasa, so he kind of got out of it.
Right.
But no, this would have been a huge Spellstar Sprite target for me.
Yeah, it looks like it.
Yeah.
All right. I'll ask my last question that I actually have. If I were to start, if one were to start playing Pauper, the boomer like I am myself, I know you're also.
You're also a bit of a boomer player.
What deck do you think would be the easiest to start? If say the listeners, your new listeners, hopefully, are wanting to get into Pauper.
I think the easiest deck, because it will just provide free wins, is definitely just the like Kadoltha red deck. Like that's just the default quote best deck of the format, alongside probably like the blue terror deck. But if you're just wanting like easier wins, like you're just gonna find yourself teasing people with like Kadoltha into Goblin Bushwhacker that'll just kill people. Like it's super fast. But if you want to get like,
I remember K-Red and Standard. So
yeah, it's really.
Kadoltha
was a deck back in like Scars
Block. Yeah.
That's like the easiest deck. I think you would probably enjoy something with a little more like draw power to it. So something in the vein of like Grixis Affinity would be really cool.
Okay.
I think
that was one that I saw I saw the list and I'm like, okay, this looks cute.
Yeah, because it kind of does all of like kind of like parts of what Derek's deck was doing, because it has like the like draw two effects and like the Blood Fountain thing to keep going refurbished familiar. I think that deck has a lot of play to it. I think if you like, that is one of the, I think that deck rewards replaying the deck over and over and over and over again. Actually, so the online challenge that happened yesterday for Pauper.
Oh yeah,
the finals was actually both of the best Affinity players in the format, and they just split the finals. They're like, no, we're not gonna battle it out. This is it's at that point kind of pointless. So they're both very good. I think the deck is, and they continually play the deck, and they just continually get rewarded by. One of them, you'll hear if you listen to our show, Luffy Doshapo Dapala.
That's
consistently. Yes, that's
say that one more time.
That's their online Magic Online name. Luffy Doshapo Dapala.
Doshapo Dapala.
Yeah,
I love that. That's good.
Almost consistently top 8s 2 to 3 challenges every weekend with Grixis Affinity.
Right.
Like just is a house with that deck. That deck is very, very strong.
So like mid floor, high, super high ceiling.
Very high ceiling. I think the deck is very strong. I think it's like the only reason I didn't play it today is because there is someone out there who is literally playing that deck's worst matchup. So I was like, I'm not going to do that.
Okay.
That deck really suffers, and also would suffer against mine too a little bit, but it is really good against anything that doesn't have flyer, like a bunch of flyers. So it'd be very good against the terror decks. It would be
what's its worst matchup?
It's the fairies decks.
Okay,
like the fairies decks is really bad because so your like way now to like stabilize the game state is to use a combination of Quark Clan Shaman and the card Toxin Analysis.
Okay.
So what you do is, once you have the Quark Clan Shaman in play, it says you can sacrifice an artifact to deal 1 to each non-flyer.
Yes.
So when you do that, you cast a Toxin Analysis, giving your Quark Clan Shaman lifelink and death touch.
Ooh, okay.
So you sacrifice one thing and it blows up the whole board. All non-flyers will take 1 damage. It's all death touch, so you gain that much life.
Yeah.
So it's really sick. That's a very,
cool.
very cool combination. That's actually, it took a long time for people to figure that out. Several months for people to like kind of latch onto that little combination. But that's also in this the Jund deck that Derek plays as well.
Okay.
Super cool combination. That's kind of your like reset the board, like deal with huge creatures that would,
that's right there.
Yeah, it deals with huge creatures. It also investigates so you get the token, or you get the token to sacrifice immediately.
That's amazing.
Like you just, it's a 2-card combo that rats the board.
That's wild.
Yeah, it's really cool.
That seems great actually.
Yeah. So the only thing is it's not good against like my deck having like all the like the 1/1 flyer like spell search sprites and stuff like that. So I think he actually did that. You saw in game 2, I think it was. He sacrificed like two or three artifacts to kill an Augur of Bolus, and the one sticks around because it's just not a flyer.
That felt great. That felt not good.
No, it's not good. So yeah, no, the matchup feels pretty decent. I think if he can get ahead of me by like a couple of those like Deadly Dispute effects, then he can probably win. But if I can just keep him off of like basically Chrysalis and Blood Fountain, then the game's pretty close to mine.
Okay, that makes sense.
Cool.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Hippo. Thank you. I need before I forget, I need to point out all of the hippos in chat for you.
Let's go.
All the hippos.
Hippo enjoyers in chat.
Many hippo enjoyers.
Did you plug your podcast?
I did. Common Ground MTG. You can find it on any of your podcast listening sources.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much. Congrats on the win.
Thank you.
You guys swept the entire